Bill Shorten's Medicare scare campaign is unravelling, with the country's top doctors and even a supporter he named declaring there's nothing to indicate Medicare is under threat, as election arguments swung back to people smugglers and their interest in the outcome.
And there's a cafe.
Image is almost everything in election campaigns, and no leader wants to leave the mob disappointed.
Look, I'll leave it. Sure. I've done that before, but
Message received, Malcolm Turnbull agrees to take a glimpse into the future.
There we are, OK. So what am I seeing now?
What he clearly saw was an opportunity to attack Labor on border security.
The 28th people smuggling expedition has been turned back.
Dispensing with a cover of on-water secrecy to confirm another boat carrying 21 asylum seekers has been turned back to Vietnam.
You cannot give an inch to the people smugglers.
Mr Turnbull argued Labor's rejection of temporary protection visas would see 30,000 asylum seekers already in Australia become permanent residents and marketing tools for people smugglers to kickstart their trade.
Under a Labor government, anyone who manages to get to Australia on a boat will be able to stay here permanently.
Bill Shorten called it tawdry partisan politics.
They should be ashamed of themselves.
He wanted to maintain the campaign focus on Medicare.
This card matters to me.
As the Australian Medical Association dismissed his claim that privatising the health payment system was akin to privatising Medicare.
I see no evidence that Medicare is under any threat.
Mr Shorten was challenged to name one leading health professional who supports his argument.
Stephen Duckett, who's a very distinguished health professional.
But the former health secretary told 7 News, so long as privacy concerns are met, back office privatisation is appropriate. Labor's attack, though, has forced Malcolm Turnbull to abandon any plans to privatise the payment system. A debate that reveals the great risk of election campaigns, what doctors say is good policy, killed off by bad politics from both sides. As independent Tony Windsor was forced to apologise over comments he made about Kerry Schofield, a former supporter and Vietnam vet who now backs Barnaby Joyce.
There's a lot of other reasons for that as well, which I won't get into, but the Vietnam War does funny things to people.
Not only has it upset me, it's upset the whole of the veteran community.
Well, I apologise if there's been any hurt to anybody.
On FM radio, Bill Shorten was asked if he'd ever been to a strip club.
Once or twice, way back in the day.
He says he left when he realised where he was.
Took him 4 hours to realise, mind you.
He says it was in his uni days.
And Mark Riley is in Geelong for us tonight. Mark, you have some new polling and it sounds like the coalition should be worried.
Yes, Mark, this is polling taken this week by our pollster Reachtel for the New South Wales Teachers Federation, and 6 seats, marginal seats, held currently by the coalition, but with Labor now well ahead in all 6. They include the Western Sydney seats of Lindsay, where Labor's ahead by 8 points, Macquarie 8 points, Eden Monaro 10 points and Dobell by 6 points. The writer here, Mark, is that this polling was taken on Monday, the day after Labor's campaign launch out there in Western Sydney, so it was getting saturation coverage at the time. And Malcolm Turnbull has his campaign launch on Sunday in Homebush with an opportunity then to shift the momentum. But these numbers would have coalition strategists very worried tonight, Mark.
Yeah, they sure will. Mark Riley in Geelong. Thank